In today's lesson, we're going to be counting to 120. We're going to begin with a 5-minute warm-up. Then we'll learn to count numbers greater than 40. We will learn to count in tens and ones. We will count by tens. We will make numbers with tens and ones. We will learn to estimate the number of things. We will solve the problem of the lesson. We will count numbers greater than 100, and we will learn how to count on from any number. So let's begin with a warm-up. We're going to count on with multiple add-ins. If you remember, add-ins are the numbers that you add together. So each of these is an add-in. So we have 2 red plus 4 yellow plus 1 blue plus, let's count this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's count on. So we know we have a group of 10 here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and circle that group of 10. So I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have 17 connecting cubes or snap cubes all together. So we've got our 7 over here and our 10 over here. So that makes 17. Let's move on to the next slide. We're going to count numbers greater than 40. So help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So we have 56 all together. Now I noticed something as I was counting. I'm wondering if you noticed it too. I noticed that that was a group of 10, and then this was another group of 10 because it was 10, 20. What would that be if that's another group of 10? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then I had to switch to ones. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So we're going to be working with these numbers greater than 40. We've done this at Calendar for quite a long while, but in our actual written work where you're expected to demonstrate your mastery, we're going to really go into that in this chapter. So now that we kind of remember, oh, tens and ones, we're using our place value. So let's count. These are groups of 10, right? These are our 10 blocks, our base 10 blocks, and then we have tens and then we have ones. So when we count, we have to remember when we're counting tens, we count by tens, but then when we switch to ones, we have to switch over to counting by ones. So let's do this together. Help me count. 10, 20, 30, 40. So I write that as 4 tens and 0 ones. Let's count this one. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5 tens and how many ones? That's right, 0 ones. Let's go over here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, now I have to switch to ones. 51, 52, 53. So I have 5 tens and 3 ones. which makes the number 53. All right, in this, we're going to just simply count by tens, but you'll notice that I added another tool. Do you remember what this is called? That's right, it's our 120 chart. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our models. We're going to use our 10 sticks. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to show how do we count that on a 120 chart. So let's begin. We'll begin with a real easy number. So I have 10, and 10 more is, help me count by tens, 10, 20. Perfect, if you go over here, 10, 20. The 120 chart can be used pretty easily. If you start on the first set, you've got 10, and then you count up 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Landed on the 20. So 10, 20. Let's add a few more. Now we have how many tens here? That's right, we have 4. 10, 20, 30, 40. Let's go to our 120 chart. Help me count. 10, 20, 30, 40. So as you're moving down, you're adding 10 more. Let's add a few more. Now how many groups of 10 do we have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you have 6 groups of 10, what number is that? Let's go over and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 6 groups of 10 is 60. All right, let's add a few more. How many groups of 10s do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want you to think for just a second, what number do you think that is? If you have 9 groups of 10. Did you come up with it? All right, let's count them. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Did you come up with 90? Good job. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So we've got 2 different strategies. I know you're experts at counting by tens, but using a 120 chart is really helpful, especially when you start adding ones to the mix. Okay, so let's move on to the next activity. In this activity, we are going to make numbers with tens and ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag some tens over. Are you counting as I go? How many tens do I have there? Now I'm going to put some ones in. What number is that? Help me count. 10, 20, 30, 40. We have to switch to ones. 41, 42, 43. Did you come up with 43? There's the 43. Okay, I'm going to erase that. We're going to build a new number. Let's start with our tens. Try to count as I go. Did you come up with 66? I'm going to do another number. You ready? I'm going to hide it this time. Do you need to count it? Did you come up with 58? Help me count it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. Excellent. You ready for a really hard one? Okay, I'll go slow on the 10 so you can count them as we go. Did you count them? Did you come up with 96? Let's count it together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Switch into ones. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. So we're getting really good at counting and making numbers with tens and ones. Let's move on to the next activity. In this activity, we're going to learn how to estimate the number of things. And when you estimate, it means you use the information you have to make a close guess to how much there is. So we're going to look at this, and we're getting really good at our place value. So counting tens in a big group helps you estimate really well. So the first thing I want to do is help count out 10 so we have an idea of what 10 looks like. So help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle that group of 10 because that'll give me a good idea of how to estimate. So if this is 10, I'm going to kind of see how many groups of 10 do I think are here. So here's 10. This is probably close to 10. So that would be 10, 20. And that's probably close to 10, 30. I don't think there's another set of 10, so I'm going to estimate 30. What do you think? I'm going to write my 30 in. So that's an estimate or a close guess based on good information. Now, if I just guessed 900, that wouldn't be an estimate. That would be a silly guess. So an estimate is based on some information that you have, good information, and really thinking about it. So let's go through and count. So we know that's 10. Let's see if we can count out 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, here's another group of 10. So that would make 10, 20. Let's see if we can count out another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there's another group of 10. So 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. Now that is a very close estimate. All right, let's move on to the next part of our lesson. Ooh, our problem of the lesson is to use groups of 10 to estimate and count. So let's first find a group of 10. Let's build our group of 10, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so there's our group of 10 right there. So if that's one group of 10, what is your estimate? I think that's about a group of 10. 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 So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, one group, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm estimating that there's about 5 groups of 10. So my estimate would be 50. 5 groups of 10. Shall we find out how many there are? What was your estimate? What did you think? 40? Did you think 52? Or did you think 60? What do you think? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over here, I'm grabbing that one way over there. There's another group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, there's another group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, another group of 10. So how many groups of 10 do I have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's another group of 10. Gets a little hard when they're all floating around like this, doesn't it? So let's count. So now we have all the groups of 10s we can make. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53. Okay, now we're going to count numbers that are greater than 100. If you notice down here, these are like the straws that we use at calendar time, or maybe you're using toothpicks at home, something like that, where you can bundle them together. So we have 1, and then we have 10 of them bundled together, just like we use the rubber band at school to build. So we're going to count numbers greater than 100. So let's build a number. So let's see what we have here. Can you help me count? Help me count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 111, 112, 113. So if we want to write that, we write 1 for the 100, and then we have 13 for the 10s and the 1s. Now let's see. So far, we've just been working with 10s and 1s. So what we're going to do today is we are going to bundle this group into 100, just like we did at calendar time at school. So let's see. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Then I'm going to move my 10. And then I've got my 10. And then I've got my 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. So we have, let's count how many 10s that is to make 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we have 10, I'm going to squish them all together. We're going to turn those into a group of 100. We scoot them all together, bundle them up. Look at that. I have a big old bundle of 100. I'm going to group them together and put the rubber band around them. So now they are grouped. Look at that. That's a group of 100. So I have 100, 110, and 3 ones. So here's my 100, 110, and 3 ones. So this is the number 113. Should we build a new number? Okay. I'm wanting to build numbers that are greater than 100, so I'm going to be using my 100 for sure. Okay. So what number should we build? We have 100. Let's build 101. And if I were going to write that number, I'd say 100. How many tens do I have? 0 tens and 1 1. So we read that as 101. I've separated it out so you can see clearly the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. 101. Let's build a different number. What number is that? Can you help me count? 100, 110, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124. So we write that as 124. 120, we have our 2 tens and 4 ones. 124. Great. Should we build another number? What number is that? I want you to count it. Let's count it together. 100, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116. So I'm going to write it out. 116. 116. Says we have 100, 110, and 6 ones. Now I know you're pretty good at doing this already because we've been doing it at Calendar for quite a while. So let's scoot on to the next activity. From here, we're going to count on from any number. So when we count on from any number, we're going to count by, let's count by tens from any number. Okay, so let's start. If we start at 11 and I want to count up by tens, how would I do that? You ready? Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you noticing a pattern? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What do you notice happening? That's right, the tens are changing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because each time we move down the 120 chart, each row is 10 more, just like it is when we count by tens. I'm going to switch it to a different view when you count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. What comes after 100? That's right, 110, 120. Good. Now, if I want to start at a number and count up by ones, what do I do? I'm going to pick a number. Okay, I'm at 43. How do I count by ones? That's right, just one more. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Counting by ones. So we know how to count by ones. We know how to count by tens. What else do we know how to count by? Right, we know how to count by fives. So if we start at 5, count up 5 more. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15. I bet you could finish this pattern for me. Let's go back to 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Keep the pattern going. 105, 110, 115, 120. So those patterns you're really familiar with. But what happens if I want to count by fives starting at a different number? Because you can count by 5 no matter what number you start on. What would happen if I started on, say, 24? How would I count by fives? Well, how did we count by 5 when we started on 5? That's right, we counted up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we start at 24, we do the same thing. We just count up by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 24 to 29, we're counting by fives. It's just that we chose to start at 24. So 5 more than 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do I continue that pattern? Very good. You can count on by 5 starting at any number, just like you can with ones. What's another way we count? That's right, we count by 2s. Now, a traditional way to do it is count the evens. So we say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So we say 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're just counting on by 2s. But what if I want to count by 2s starting, say, at an odd number? Say I want to start on 1. There's 1. So I say 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now you guys are pretty good at this because we have done the counting the odds and the evens by 2. Right? So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. But what if I want to start anywhere on this chart? Say I want to start at 54. How would I count on by twos? That's right, it's the same pattern. You're just counting up 2. So you say 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 54, 56, 58, 60, 62. Could we do any other patterns? What if we wanted to count by threes? Let's start at 1 and count by threes. 1, 2, or we'll start on 3. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You may have noticed when you're counting by a number, the numbers you skip is the number just below that. So when you count by threes, you skip 2. You count by fives, you skip 4. Do you see that? You count by tens, you skip 9. So that's just something I've noticed as I've worked with counting patterns. So let's go back counting by threes. If we want to count by threes and say start at 42. So we have 42, so we say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we can count on starting at any number. We can count ones, we can count tens, we can count fives, twos, threes, fours. We can count sixes and sevens if we wanted to. But there's number patterns, and it doesn't matter what number you start on, you can create a pattern counting by ones, twos, threes, and so forth. There's lots of different ways to count on, but it's really important as you're beginning to count like this that you use your tools. The 120 chart is so important. Here they give us a hundreds chart, but at home I know you have your 120 chart. So use your tools. They're really important in math.